Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's actually go and explore some of the areas that I left empty. There's two sections that I wanted to show off because they lead to... In fact, no, there's... technically... about 2.5. But in any case... before we move on ahead, there's a cave down that way, and on the other side of this capsized, like, chapel area, there's a badge I want, being held by a very grisly dude. So, what to do first? I think I'll go this area first, because it's easy to clear out from the back way. He says, tanking all the hits, like the clumsiest fucker. Now, this scenario might look familiar. Except this is the surprise. Now, this is the boom hammer that I got absolutely wrecked by that other hunter. Let me actually go out into the open so you can see it. It's a big dumb hammer. It looks alright. It's got a very limited moveset because of the nature of its attacks. It is essentially like a Tonitrus. You'll see what I mean when I do the transform. It just adds a fire buff. Unfortunately, it only adds one. So in between every attack, you're going to have to be doing that to just keep applying it. It's got a tremendously powerful charge attack, and it's, you know, it's okay for just per. I've never really ended up using it all that much, frankly. Like, I liked the idea of it when I first saw it, but in practice, it's really lacking. And anyway, this is where I want to be, because this is where the beastly dude is. As hinted by the beast blood pellets. Let's go and pay the visit. This guy is far more agile than most of the others. He is keenly aware that he should not be stuck in corners. But he's also here to demonstrate how a certain rune changes the moveset of this weapon. These are the beast claws, and you don't get them until you go into the Alien Lore and Chalice dungeons. But they have a very different moveset if you don't have this specific form, which I will show how to get at a later point in time. But as you can see, it changes it quite a bit and makes it a bit meatier. Fortunately, yeah, he just ninja'd his way out of the corner. You can still do this strat if you're careful. And by careful, I mean you're a spammy bugger. But that's me! Oop. And there's another corner. NPC hunters. Crazy amount of health. Absolutely flippin' mental. But this is what he dropped. Ding! This allows us to get a unique firearm that can actually pierce through multiple targets, which I may or may not be bothering with. It's very good, but I just never really need a weapon like that most of the time. But It also allows you, I think, to go and buy some old hunter weapons in this area if you don't come across them. No, that's not how you swap. I've been playing Dark Souls 1 again, so I'm back in the swing of just press triangle or the Y button with my 360 controller. And that's how you change weapons, and then I suddenly find I'm injecting myself with AIDS-inflicted blood. As is the norm in Bloodborne. I'm not sure if these guys have the horse kick that the Canehurst guys do. I'd be surprised if they did. They also have the terrible habit of spitting in my face. How incredible. Fortunately, it's quite easy to avoid their spits, so whatever. You can see why I saved this until after the shortcut. It's, going through these areas can really eat away at your supplies. That's done. And there's a little section over here, marked out by this irritating little wandering maggots. But be careful about going too far ahead. How many of those have I got? 2, right. I didn't have any before. Because there's this guy. He's got a very, very annoying gun. But thankfully, he can be cheesed just like the rest. How about no? Your damage is stupid, I'd rather not. Oh yeah, and he heals if you let him back off, so don't let him do that. NPC hunters, you're always a fucking nuisance. Every single time. But you get this, which I will not be using on this playthrough because it requires 28 fucking strength. It's alright though. This is a highly customised, portable version of the stationary Gatling gun operated by the old hunter Jura in Old Yharnam. It is the weapon of choice of the youngest of Jura's 3 companions. It works very similarly to the flame sprayer in that you hold down a button and it consumes bullets over time, but it's not... It's got longer range than the flame sprayer, and it actually staggers people, so it's genuinely really good sidearm. But it's not for this character. And if you want, you can just go around this pillar to avoid the Gatling gunfire if it's giving you trouble. Funnily enough, after meeting one of old Jura's... okay, nice cheating room. After meeting one of Jura's companions, we get to see some of the old beasts from Old Yharnam. Because we love them so much, don't we? We love getting poisoned by these fuckers. We especially liked the boss that was in the area too. He wasn't a jackass. But of course, FromSoft has never made bosses into standard main. Oh, hello again? What was I saying? Anikiparium just cheated. Fortunately, I'm really low on blood vials, so this is not very good. You know what? Eat fire, jackass. How are you still up? There we go. He's no more. Get used to seeing this, because we got a lot of health to choke through. And I've got a lot of health to lose. Oh, stop fucking up my riposts. Damp blood-tinged gem, which is actually in the shape of something that would go into a standard weapon. Interesting, but absolutely useless for me. Still, it's there. I've never actually seen him drop that, so... Yeah, it's there if you want it, I guess. For your dank Chicago. And this is the weapon you get for all that trouble. This is more like the actual strength-threaded cane. It's a big-ass club that gets A scaling in strength. Has C in arcane, but the arcane is worthless like most split damage weapons. And these are the R2s. Not the R2s, the transformed R1s. This is the R2. This is one of the weirder weapons in the DLC. It's one that I kind of like, but it's one that I don't really use all that much. Still, it's there. Like I said, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of strength weapons early on. So this is a good place to go if you want to spice up your strength build. And this is what it looks like. It's very funky. But it's not what I'm after. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload the area so I can restock on my equipment. Okay, so now that that's been settled, it's time to go and actually open up the rest of the DLC. Or keep progressing through it. Hey guys, what's going on? What you looking at? Oh, some trousers. That's lovely. How about I leave now? You're right, you need help. Go home, Tick. You're drunk. Howdy. Oh yeah, pay no attention to the writhing corpses in the blood river. That's totally not creepy at all. So yeah, as I mentioned before, these guys generally very safe patterns. As long as you don't fuck it up. That's always the main issue, isn't it? Fuck off, crows. I'm not dying to you a third time in my entire Bloodborne playthrough thingy. If you're wondering what I mean, I kind of died to these guys in my first playthrough. Not these guys specifically, but the crows. Hey, that's hardly the most embarrassing thing I've done on camera, and don't take that out of context. Why? I've got my torch of maximum annoyance. That's nice. That's frickin' nice. Oh yeah, pebbles. Most highly prized Bloodborne items. Now, I missed this my first time through, but you'll notice that there's a gap here, and there are some banisters there, and a gap there. Let's go and see what's over there, shall we? Oh look, it's the last of the constable's garb, excluding the helm that's more attached to another character and is not really specifically constable uniform. This is what it looks like. Doesn't this look rather familiar? It also looks very fancy. I quite like this set. But yeah, that's that. Oh, and I forgot to pick up the... I'll do that in a minute. There's a particular hat that I wanted to pick up, and I have not yet done that. Okay. So, over down this way is another one of these super speedy, spammy hunters. This one over here. Oh, that's a rather annoying amount of hyper armor that I'd rather he didn't have. Yeah, look at that. It's like, oh, you've got a greatsword. I don't care. I wouldn't even care if you had a massive fucking wheel. Or if you shot me in the face. I'm super hunter. Well, care about that, don't you, you fucker? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you don't want to get caught in that combo. That's it's pretty nasty. But yeah, this guy's really annoying. But he's guarding something pretty cool, so you generally want to get rid of him. And there we go. Oh, that's more. I haven't explained, but this is the vermin that Volta was talking about. Centipede-like creature discovered on successful hunts by League hunters. And so, those who wish to see vermin can, and those who choose to are provided with boundless purpose. That is the Covenant item, and these hunters very, very occasionally drop it. So if you want to do that and you haven't got PS Plus because it's a fucking ridiculous thing to ask us to pay for multiplayer when we get that on PC for free, that's a debate for another time. You also get this. The weapon that he was using. This is the standard form, the untransformed form. It's nice and sweepy. It's actually not quite as bad as you might think. It's also got a very nice, quick, charged attack. But really, this is what people who use this weapon for. These transform attacks are amazing. Like, if you really want to close in, ching, you got that. You want to back off, you just transform back. And the R1 combo of the transform mode is really goddamn quick. If you have a lot of endurance, you can just go and stun lock the shit out of people with it. It's pretty damn good. I quite like it. Unfortunately, it's not really that good for an arcane build, so back to the Holy Blade. but it's there if you want it. Of course, if you're crafty enough and good enough with your dodges, you can just ignore the safe hunter completely and just pick it up on your bill. And then just run like a thief in the night. But that is also not the weapon that I'm actually after. We are quite close to it. I advise going this way because that dude over there has a rather nasty grenade launcher. And what's more, he's not really alone. Because from the other way, another one of these big Cthulhu luminoids has come along. Notice that they're wearing church garb. I wonder if there's any significance to that. Oh no, he's not quite dead. What do I do? Yeah. These guys are not the brightest of enemies, as you've probably guessed. So this is the best way to dispatch of these two enemies. Except he's got aggroed when I didn't expect him to. I don't know whether he will behave in quite the same way. Seems like he is. So yeah, if you're having trouble with these guys and you want to get the Butcher's set, which is down this way, you just do this. And you also try not to get smacked by his enormous stone axe. Because funnily enough, it really fucking hurts. But yeah, these guys lose aggro ridiculously quickly. And from this point on you can just go and... There we go. Just need to be a little teensy-weensy bit faster. What he was doing there, while he was doing the sort of charger, he charges up his axe and it gets a lingering shitbox. Like, if you hate hitboxes in Bloodborne and how ridiculous they can be, you're gonna despise those enemies when they're powered up. Just completely despise them. Yeah, this is what I want to pick up. Not that I'll really be wearing it, I'm just a crazy, crazy hoarder. Garb of the Madaris twins, denizens of the Forbidden Woods, likely belonging to the older of the two. With this being the other Madaris twin by suggestion. So yeah, that's nice. Down that way is the boss of this area, but I will not be doing that yet because I want my weapon first. And you'll probably see why when we actually go and pick it up. But, rather handy lantern. Gotta pick that up. Some more wandering madness, or whatever the hell they're called. Scurrying beasts. Annoying pillocks. One or the other. And I don't know. Yeah, that's probably yeah. Again, that's a summonable hunter. I wonder whether this is a trap. The fuck happened there? Anyway. You rush over here to pick up this item. Oh no! There's a hunter! There's a hunter loose. Whoa, and he does a shit ton of damage.